And Miho and Mike are coming to us today from Indianapolis, Indiana, USA, Earth. To put it, there we are. So, Miho, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to
Oh,
chatting with you. It's so
yeah.
great to see you.
No, good to see you. Always good to play your music. And it's funny, um, I know Mike and Miho, and eight of the 41 composers that are on this concert are connected to Mike and Miho Butler University. So thank you, Mike, Miho, for sending these composers my way. And
Thank
little
you.
backstory,
Thank
this all came about from Miho answering a call for scores that I did maybe 6 or 7 years ago. And she sent me this piece, performed it, decided to play it, and Miho came to New York for the concert. And then it just grew from there, and the connection with New York and Indianapolis and Tokyo. So it's been a wonderful connection, and I'm glad it all has worked out and we're still here doing what we do. So Miho, tell us about your piece for clarinet.
Thank you. Thank you. First, thank you so much for commissioning, asking me to write the piece for you. It's
Oh
this
yeah.
year, especially you were in Japan. You were in Japan when you asked us to write a piece. So was one of the wonderful opportunity, actually time to think about you and think about the time and um, about my Japan when where I grew up, because every year almost I visit my family
Yep.
every summer, and then it was about the time that I was supposed to be in Japan, but I wasn't able to. So thank you so much for letting me think through it. It's almost
Uh,
like it was very therapeutic for me to write a piece.
well, it
And I chose,
no, go ahead. Okay.
oh, so I chose this to specially dedicate you. Usually my piece for you was with a piano or accordion or some kind of chamber music, but I just wanted to be almost like a solitude, or it's almost just you and clarinet. And my title, Little Time in the Alley Looking at the Blue Sky, it's kind of a long title, but it is meaning. It was inspired by Tom's photos in Japan. You always take a picture from like at the corner in Tokyo, the little, the little alley. And then you're looking at the blue sky, oh white, and then it's a beautiful photos. It made me think almost like I were standing there with you,
Oh, thank
and
you.
that I can smell from your pictures, and then I can feel the humidity of Japan. So
Yeah.
you made me feel like almost like I felt like I trapped in Japan spiritually there. And but now when I look at the window from here, I'm still in the United States, and that's the real world. That was very a little bit frustration that I was going through this summer. So I wanted to put two flavors, Japan and America, into your solo piece. So I incorporated some of like American folk tunes that you
Yeah.
probably not hear it, but you might have noticed.
No,
Little
I
West.
I didn't hear it's funny. I did not hear the American folk tunes, but I did hear the Japanese folk tune. I'm playing these notes, and there's notes already happening, and then it goes into this tune. I was like, oh, I know that tune. Yeah. Yeah.
Great, great. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Yes, so
So
for it's a little Americana flavor, but also from my the blood, Japanese blood, little to, so put it into your piece.
Thank you.
And I hope you enjoyed.
Yes.
And I can't wait to. Then
Yeah, thank you.
on the
It was
November 22nd.
because February is when my concerts started getting canceled. February, the March concerts. And then I'm in March, the April, the May. And I basically quit practicing. I did some remote recording and would go to a recording studio, or I would do it at my apartment if I could get the sound right. But they were all very easy pieces. So, and I hope the composers aren't watching or listening, I didn't have to practice for them. They were easy enough. I could pick up the horn, play the piece, and be done. And it was one of those things where, you know, why bother? There's nothing going on. And then when I decided, okay, pull myself together, do this concert, make it a benefit concert. And I wrote 50 composers and, 40 wrote me pieces. I thought maybe 10 would send me pieces, and more pieces came in. And yours was one of the first ones that came in. And it was so good to have these pieces show up because it was a real gift. I mean, music is always a gift, but this was a special gift because I'm sitting in my apartment many hours a day, and it gave me something to work on. And they were beautiful pieces. And each one from each composer seemed so individual. And that was great for me to pull myself out of my own head and do what I'm supposed to do, and then put them all together. And I'm hoping that this will benefit other musicians who, I mean, I feel very fortunate. As I say, I have a roof over my head and food in my stomach. And I think that will continue. I'm in a fortunate position, but I know many musicians who are worried, where is their housing going to be in the future? Where will they have food? And I'm so glad that composers and the performers could come together and help our fellow musicians through this uncertain and difficult period. So thank you so much for the music. And it is very beautiful. It's a very beautiful piece. I can't wait for people to hear it. And for those watching, when you watch the premiere or when you watch it after the premiere, Miho will also be watching the premiere of her piece because she has not heard it yet. She has heard snippets. She's heard the beginning. When she mailed it to me, I think that very first day I recorded the opening and sent it to her. And then I've sent her a 20-minute extract. So she will be hearing her piece for the first time. So I hope that you are happy with my presentation of your music tomorrow.
I'm very much looking forward to it. And I'd like to add one thing. First time when you sent me the recording of your performance, the opening, it reminded me like how beautiful your sound was. And it's like really, I felt like from heartfelt tone, and just, I missed it. I missed your playing so much.
Thank you. So yeah, because we would have been doing a lot of stuff earlier this year together in Indianapolis. So next year, or mata rainen, or mata rainen. So great. Thank you again. Thank you. So Mike, tell us about your piece.
Well, I can't be nearly as dramatic or as Miho's piece. I don't live in Japan. I don't know, but I know Japan very well through Miho, and I visited many times over the years. We even had a second wedding in Japan. The whole deal, the traditional deal, Shinto style, which was incredible. The ladies had a lot of trouble dressing me in my honey. What's that outfit called?
Kimono.
a regular kimono, yeah, but they needed an extra large size that they had
Right.
to search the, I guess, a sumo style,
Right.
size. My piece simply dealt with, it was kind of autobiographical, but keeping you in mind and the way you play. So many of my trips were canceled starting in March, including your visit here, our visit there. I had a trip to New York, I had a trip to LA. We both had big orchestral recordings set in the Czech Republic during the summer, so everything canceled. So we're moving at this fast rate to go nowhere.
Yeah.
And that's when the title hit me, and the basic gesture for the little 1-minute piece hit me. Like, move really fast, but then stop immediately, and then try it again, and then stop immediately. So
yes, stasis
at warp speed.
Yeah, stasis at warp speed. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, because you had us moving our fingers very fast up to a point. I mean, visually up to that point, and then ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Yeah. But it was exciting to play. And of course, always exciting to play with Shoichiro Tanaka, the pianist.
Fantastic.
He had a great time with your piece.
Good, I'm thrilled.
And especially because you had him go boom, boom.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's like a double bass. He wasn't sure what to do. I was just going to go boom, boom, boom. But in the recording, you hear it a little, just a little of him going boom, boom.
That's good. That'll make you think like, wait.
What is he doing?
What is he doing?
Or why is he doing what he's doing?
That's great. That's great.
And of course, I want to thank all the composers, and especially the two of you, for joining with me tonight. Great to see you.
Well, I know I can speak for all the composers, not only in this concert, but the hundreds of composers you have supported and embraced by playing their music over the decades. You are one in a million, and we appreciate you, and we love you for what you do for us and for the audiences. So thank you.
But again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Tom-san.
Thank you, Tom.
Bye.